Please be seated. So while our Ecochurch team get ready, I want you to imagine St Nigel's local school have decided that they're going to come and visit the church to share how they can learn together about the environment. Don't be confused, the ties might look a bit like St George's, but that's purely coincidence. Some of the members of the school, you'll notice a bit wiser in years, are obviously struggling to graduate from this year, but hopefully they're going to learn something today that's going to help.
Come along. Go, here we go. Hello, Amelie.
Hi.
As you know, in school, like in church, we've been thinking about ways to look after our world environment by reducing, reusing and recycling.
So children, I would love to hear what you know about these three things: reduce, reuse and recycle. And I can share what we do here. Let's first talk about how we can reduce the amount of waste we produce. Here at St John's, we sometimes use these types of coffee cups, but they're not able to be recycled. So as they contain plastic. So we've used up all of our stock, won't be buying anymore, and now just use the mugs and cups that we have in the kitchen. Can you think of an example in school where you have reduced the amount that you use something to help the environment?
In school, we use a lot of baby wipes to clean the tables, but they often contain plastic resins and they don't fully decompose. So we have decided to reduce how much baby wipes we use, and if we do use them, we use the eco-friendly ones.
Very good. Now if we think of reuse, this soft plastic can't be recycled at home, but the co-op now has a collection point for it. So all you need to do is clean it, scrunch it, then co-op it. They told us that they have collect a huge bag of this plastic every day. Has anyone here been collecting soft plastic for the co-op? Has anyone got an example of reusing something?
We have a second-hand uniform sale every term.
Excellent. It's so good that it's now become trendy to buy second-hand clothes too. My friends and I like to go charity shopping for clothes. We call it thrifting. Also, people can now use the app called Vinted to buy and sell second-hand items. Also in line with reusing, we recently had a repair fair here in the church hall that was very successful and allowed old or broken things to be fixed.
Did you know that on average, clothes are only worn 7 times before being discarded?
So, now let's talk about recycling.
Well, hello, Eco-Warden. Hello, children. How are you today?
Hello.
I overheard that you're thinking about how you can recycle things. Did you notice that we now have these lovely recycling bins? I wonder if any of you would like to come and help me by recycling these bits and bobs that I have here. Yes, come and help me. Here you go. So, where do you think the tin cans will go? How about in the blue bin? Yep. And what about this piece of plastic? Yep, in the blue bin as well. And do you want a piece of cardboard? I think that goes in the green one. Yep, well done. And another piece of plastic, back in the blue bin. Oh, and Eco-Warden, what about these blister packets? Where do they go?
Oh, yes. Listen to this. Di Borthwick has been collecting blister packs on behalf of the whole community for the past year. She takes them to be recycled. Who would like to guess how many black bags she's recycled so far?
22. 65. 12. 10.
Close. It's 68.
Truly fantastic. Do you do any recycling at school, children?
We recycle paper and cards. This saves trees. Each ton of recycled paper can save 17 trees. I learned that if we recycled all the paper, we could save 250 million trees a year.
Did you know you can buy recycled paper, even loo paper?
I know that glass bottles and jars can be recycled over and over again, and they can be used to make new glass bottles and jars, but they can even be used to make road surfaces. Apparently, this saves a lot of energy.
Well, my mummy says climate change is a world problem and that lots of people don't recycle or care for the environment. So what is the point in us doing any recycling? We can't make a difference.
To make a difference, we do need to start with ourselves and not blame everyone else, but try to encourage people to change their habits, because even little changes will help to change our planet. This is what I believe that God is saying in Isaiah 58.
Actually, on average, each person makes 2.3 kilograms of rubbish each day. So if you spent time recycling it, it would make a big difference.
But rubbish isn't a problem. It just goes to landfill.
It's not okay, as landfill produces carbon dioxide and other gases contributing to climate change, and there are now 8 billion people on this planet, so we must reduce our rubbish. Talking about landfill, we are running out of space. For example, Singaporeans dump all their rubbish on an island, but by 2035, the island will be filled to the brim, which will result in Singapore having no other place to burn rubbish.
That's another issue. Rubbish being burnt causes air pollution.
Also, as the reading from Matthew said, the quality of salt of the earth is very important. Jesus thinks of us as being the salt. So, as such, each one of us should do all that we can to keep our planet clean.
Did you know an empty Coke can be thrown in the rubbish bin will look the same in 100 years? But if it's recycled, it's ready to use again in 6 weeks and can be recycled an infinite number of times.
Wow, that's nearly as old as my grandma. Oh my goodness me, I've just noticed the time. If we don't leave now, we won't be back before their parents arrive to collect them.
Well, children, I'm really impressed with all that you know and also what you do to help reduce, reuse and recycle.
Yes, thank you so much for coming down here and sharing all of your wonderful knowledge with us.
Children, will you say thank you to Tim and Anna?
Thank you.